What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. We're back at it on another beautiful day for, of course, another new comic book day vlog. But today's new comic book day is going to be absolutely ridiculous. There are so many books coming out today. I mean, I have like 20, 25 plus pulls on the pull list today. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. There's so many releases. I'm talking absolute Catwoman, absolute Wonder Woman. We got the new Batman Bad Seeds event. There's a new Vertigo book. There's some new indie #1 titles coming out. Do a Powerbomb Black and White is coming out, so you already know I got to get every single cover to that. It's going to be a crazy week for releases, and you guys already know you're coming along with me, so let's get this day started. And it's a new comic book day, so you already know what that means. We're kicking the vlog off with a good old-fashioned comic quote of the day, and today's comic quote of the day is coming at us from the legendary Assorted Crisis Events issue #5, written by the GOAT Dennis Camp, and art by Eric Zawatsky. This is, like I said, one of the greatest comic book series of all time. If you guys don't know about it, it's an anthology series that just tackles a lot of real life problems and human emotions, and it's just an amazing commentary on the human experience, to be honest. It is a beautiful story, like I said, written by Dennis Camp, and this quote comes from issue #5. It is phenomenal. Every single one of these issues are just the greatest comic books of all time. But here we go. The quote reads, "I don't know. Everything's still really hard. I get confused a lot. I get frustrated and scared and angry a lot. But something I learned, if you can make it through any 1 minute, just 60 seconds, you can make it through another and another. And eventually that adds up. So that's what I'm doing. Taking things 1 minute, one step at a time. Going with the flow, even if it takes me in circles sometimes." Boom! Guys. Everyone take that one to heart. That is absolutely freaking peak cinema, written by Dennis Camp. Like I said, everyone take it to heart, and let's get on with the vlog. Now it's time to go over the books that I read last week and give you guys my top 5 books from last week. And last week was also a very large week of releases. So narrowing down those top 5 was incredibly hard because there were some ridiculously awesome comics that came out last week. But we did it. We narrowed it down to my top 5 and kicking it off at #5 from last week. My 5th favorite comic to release last week was If Destruction Be Our Lot, issue #4. You guys know how much I love this series, and so the fact that it's all the way up at #5 showcases how many amazing books came out this week. But yeah, this was another just phenomenal issue to the series. I love this robot Abraham Lincoln. It is freaking incredible. I don't know what else I can really say about this series that I haven't said before. But we get to unravel a little bit more of the mystery during this issue. We get to see a little bit more of the world. And then at the end, he gets past the wall. So big Truman Show vibes in this, but with also a robot Abraham Lincoln. So robot Abraham Lincoln Truman Show. Come on now. Absolutely phenomenal series, and I cannot freaking wait to keep reading it. Coming in next at #4. Very hyped that this issue was back, or the series was back. We got Red Coat issue 19. Easily a top 5 book of the week for me. An easy 5 out of 5 read. This was incredible. Every single time this book comes out, it's incredible. It just doesn't come out on the most consistent basis, and so that's the only reason why I never talk about it as often, just because it's not there to talk about. But whenever it releases, it is just mwah. In this issue, I'm not going to spoil what happened, but if you guys that are reading this series, if you read this issue, you know exactly what happened. It is freaking heartbreaking, and I saw it coming from a mile away because of the epilogue issue from Arc 1, like issue 7. Freaking foreshadowed this, and the second they introduced those characters, I knew it was going to happen, and I'm freaking heartbroken. But Simon Pierre, he's going on the adventures once again, and this adventure is not chill. Not a chill adventure. Red Coat, the whole Ghost Machine universe, the whole Unnamed universe is freaking incredible. I can't wait for Junkyard Joe, well, yeah, that too. But I can't wait for Red Coat and Geiger to link up in the next arc that they got going on. Freaking peak. And then coming in at #3, my 3rd favorite book from last week is a new #1. I'm talking about The Last Driver #1, Sean Gordon Murphy. This was incredible. This was one of the coolest comic books I've ever read. It opens up this way. I have to show you an interior. Hold on. Like I said, I'm going to show you some interiors, so spoiler warning, if you don't want to see any interiors for Sean Gordon Murphy's new Last Driver #1, definitely look away, because I'm going to show you debatably the coolest page in this freaking book. Debatably the coolest page in recent years. Because it's a comic that opens this way, like I said. So look at this freaking double page spread. Guys, if you have any interest in cars and motorsport and driving, literally whatsoever, pick this up. If you have any sort of interest in dystopian, futuristic kind of worlds, pick this up. Oh my freaking gosh, this is incredible. It's going to have some political commentary on top of it, maybe some religious commentary on top of it, seems like. But it's just freaking awesome. It's about this world that driving has been outlawed and completely like made illegal, as well as a bunch of other things. But driving is the main focus of this story, so driving has been outlawed, and there's this character who still drives, the last driver. It is obviously, there's way more to it than just that. But guys, it was such a good first issue. You have got to check this out. If you didn't check out Last Driver, Sean Gordon Murphy, freaking pick it up, because I'm telling you guys, peak. Let's just do a random page. Let's see. Yeah. How cool is it that it just flips this way? I don't know if I'm just like thinking this is way cooler than it is, but no, it is really freaking awesome. This is incredible. Okay, on to the next. And coming in at number 2, my second favorite book from last week may come as a surprise to some of you guys. It came as a surprise to me. The fact that I had this over all these other previous books. I'm talking about Absolute Flash, issue 18. Guys, Absolute Flash is turning up. It is turning the F up. This issue was just, it was probably my favorite issue of the entire series. The whole series has been turning it up, like I said, and it just reached a new peak. This was so freaking good. We get new characters. We get awesome action scenes. Nick Robles was back on the art for this. We get the introduction, and not only really the introduction, but like we get to learn more about Absolute Hunter Zolomon. His powers are freaking awesome and so cool, and the way that they just like show them in this is awesome. We get to showcase we get the appearance of a new villain, a new Flash villain. I read this in my last vlog, not my last New Comic Book Day vlog, just my most recent Day in the Life vlog, and I said Trickster. Obviously, I wasn't talking about Trickster because Trickster has been in the run for a long time. It was Abracadabra that makes an appearance at the end, and freaking crazy. Absolute Abracadabra, that's kind of a mouthful, is freaking terrifying. So yes, Absolute Flash, issue number 18, my favorite issue from the series so far. It was freaking stellar. However, there was one book that I liked more last week, and you guys might know. If you know me, you might already know what it is, and I'm talking about Bug Wars, The Coming of the War Doom, issue number 1, Jason Aaron, Mahmoud Asrar. Let's freaking go. Guys, I thought this was going to be like the Spider Witch special that came out earlier this year. I thought it was just going to be another one shot. It's the next freaking arc. It's going to be like 6 issues, 7 issues. I don't know freaking that it's the next arc. Like 4 issues are already solicited or something like that. Let's freaking go. Bug Wars is back in full swing. This was incredible. We just get to pick up where we left off after the Spider Witch special, after Bug Wars' first arc. We get to follow Slade. We get a little bit more of his real life adventures. We get to see him go to school, how he's interacting with his classmates and everything like that, how they're picking on him, all this kind of stuff, while also getting updates about things that's going on in the yard with the mites. There's a new player in the field because now all of a sudden there's a freaking drone that wants to hunt the bugs and everything. And there's this company that's trying to handle the mites and everything. So I don't know, you got a new player, third party alert. Guys, I'm so incredibly excited about this. It's like the world building in this is just stellar. I always say classic Jason Aaron world building. This is like the pinnacle of that. This is just, it's incredible. Mature readers only. You got to be mature to read this one. There's definitely some language, violence, and nudity in here. So don't read this if you're not mature. I did warn you guys. But yeah, it is freaking incredible. If you are mature, read the crap out of this because it is incredible. Easily my book of the week. I can't wait for the rest of them to come out. Bug Wars, let's freaking go. But now it's time to go pick up this week's books, figure out what the book of the week from this week is going to be. And it's probably going to be, it would be Do a Powerbomb Black and White issue 2 if that counted, but I already read that series. So obviously that doesn't count. I'm going with the prediction. We got that new Rick Remender book, Hammerfist. I'm really excited for. Let's go with the prediction of that. Let's hope that, Ghost Pepper's coming out today too. I don't know, man. Ghost Pepper or Hammerfist. That's my prediction for next week's book of the week. But there's only one way to find out, and that is go pick them up. New Comic Book Day. Let's go. Actually, before we head out, watch this. Boom. Complete. Yes. I just put my comics away from last week. Can you freaking believe it? Me, Nate, Speed Sultan, just put away some comics. Let's freaking go. Now, it's time to go to the comic book store and pick up some new books. Let's freaking go. And just like that, we on our way. We're onward. We're on our way to the shops. I want more comics and games. First stop of the day. We're rocking Solo Dolo today because Brandon and Lila are driving separately because they got to stop somewhere else while they're out. So your boy is on his own for now. But yeah, we on our way to the comic book shops. We got to go pick up a ridiculous amount of books. So while we on our way, you already know. Time for a good old-fashioned Speed Sultan car rant. Nothing too crazy, I guess. Sports-wise, I watched F1 over the weekend. It was the summer break finally ended, and it was the Dutch Grand Prix, and frickin' Max Verstappen did not finish. So that was incredibly unfortunate. Hype for Lando, though. That's exciting. And then other than that, I mean, nothing too crazy. I know we watched Lanterns. Brandon and I watched Lanterns, episode 2. on Sunday. We talked about it. I watched it in my last vlog, so I kind of really briefly talked about it, said that I loved it, and then was like, yo, I'll give you guys some more thoughts on the next new Comic Book Day vlog. Guess what? It's the next new Comic Book Day vlog. So a little bit more in-depth thoughts for Lanterns episode 2. Spoiler warning, I won't talk too crazy, but spoiler warning, you have been warned for Lanterns episode 2. First things first, it's freaking incredible. It is genuinely incredible. I don't know if I like the second episode more than the first, but it's up there. It's like the fact it's really, really, really close. They're 2 10 out of 10 episodes in my opinion. I love the mystery aspect behind it. The acting performances are incredible. I'm really, really, really digging all the Manhunter stuff. And then as far as one of the bigger spoilers, spoiler warning, I'm gonna say I think the Manhunter is 100,000% the grandma, Will Macon's wife or whatever, the lady that John slept with. I think she is 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, that original last Manhunter that that other group of aliens is searching for and everything. Yeah, I'm loving the show. Main thing that I was worried about before the show came out was Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan and the whole like Earth mystery thing, not space mystery. And both of those things I am no longer upset about whatsoever. I think Kyle Chandler is perfect for Hal Jordan. Yeah, he's old, but it's phenomenal. I love his portrayal of him. And then the whole Earth mystery thing ended up not being an Earth mystery thing because there's Manhunters involved. There's a bunch of aliens involved. They're talking aliens all the time. There's so much lore drops going on. We got Sinestro finally, or not finally, it's episode 2. So we already got Sinestro. I'm just super excited. I can't wait for Sunday. I can't wait for the next episode. It is a freaking peak show. And hopefully it just stays on this track. But other than Lanterns, the main thing that I wanted to talk about in today's car rant is your boy wrote a comic. I've kind of very loosely touched on it and like kind of talked about it a tiny bit. But this is the first time I'm ever going to really fully kind of talk about it. I'm not going to really talk about it, so sorry guys. But I do want to just let you guys know that me and Brandon wrote a comic. You guys know that I've been lettering comics. I wrote Brandon's first ever written work, which is Hybrid. I lettered that. I lettered Lethal Leopard. That was done by Paul, the Project Analysis guy. I've lettered some of his Project Analysis now. And now I decided it's time for your boy to actually write his own story. So that's right, me and Brandon, we co-wrote this book. It is a complete creator-owned story. It is all us. I'll say who our artist is, but I'm not going to say our artist is Ellis Hamburger. Check him out on Instagram. He is freaking awesome. The second Brandon and I came up with this idea and came up with this vision, he was the artist we wanted. There was no one else we wanted, and the fact that he wanted to do it with us is so awesome. So Ellis, shout out to you, bro. We're making something freaking awesome. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's a fantasy coming-of-age story where the world and the setting of the book, the world that the book takes place in, is 100% a new and original creation from Brandon, Ellis, and I. Yeah, it's an awesome fantasy world. It's an ancient world, so there's powers, there's a lot of awesome stuff, but it's really just a coming of age story about this young person. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm so excited, and the main reason that I'm telling you guys about this now is because we're gonna like announce it soon. So I know I'm being very I'm beating around the bush. I'm not telling you guys what it's about and what it is or anything, but I promise soon. Follow me on Instagram, follow Brandon on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Ellis, check us all out. Soon enough, within the coming weeks, we're gonna fully announce it. It's gonna be awesome, guys. We're working on there's pages that are done. We're decently along in the process, but we're just waiting for the right time to announce it. So stay tuned. Your boy's first ever written book, your boy's first ever comic that I'm writing. But not only am I writing it, it is my creation. Me, Brandon, and Ellis, we created everything involved, from the characters, from the world, to the landscape, to the creatures, to the abilities. Every single thing in that book is completely ours. We're so excited. I can't wait to share it with you guys. I'm just, obviously, I probably shouldn't even really be talking about it yet, but I'm just, like I said, I'm so excited to share it with you guys. So anything that I can share, I'm sharing with you guys. This is the first official teaser of a teaser. I'm not even going to tell you the title or anything like that, but just know, coming soon, your boy's first ever comic. I can't freaking wait. But now that I'm done rambling about that, let's go to the freaking comic book shop and get other people's comics. Let's go. Just like that. Boom. 360. It's over. we have arrived. And man, what a beautiful freaking day it is. It's not too hot. I gotta guess it's like freaking 75, 80 degrees out. Freaking gorgeous, not a cloud in the sky. Let's freaking go. What a perfect day to go get some more comics. Let's go. Time to go beast mode. Let's go ahead and let me get that. Guys, I've been surprised by something. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but Hond, you know who you are, bro. This was coordinated? You guys coordinated it?
I'm just the assist. He turned around and contacted me. He said, I want to do this for Speed Sultan. It was pretty easy for me to do. It's a layup.
All right. Well, this is freaking, I'm excited.
This is my terrible packing.
I don't know what to expect. Okay. I'll just go. Oh!
You know what it is.
I know exactly what it is.
You know what it is.
Wow. You said it was from Hond?
Yeah.
And I mean, and thank you for coordinating it and everything.
It was easy. Like, he just called me up and says, hey, can I do this? And I'm like, yeah.
I don't see why not.
We can get it to him.
Wow. That's freaking.
This is all him.
This is awesome. I've been reading this recently, and it's one of my all-time favorites now. So.
Remender might be my number 2. I was trying to think about that.
I'm so excited for his new Hammerfist because it's just new book. So like any Remender book, I'm picking it up.
Already a lot of heat on that book and all this, so people are gonna pick that up. I think we all knew about it ahead of time, so there's gonna be plenty of it out there for people to grab. But.
Sweet, yeah, I'm pumped about this, dude. Hond, if you're watching this, thank you so much, man. And yeah, thank you again for helping out. Whatever your part played in it. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, 100%. Thank you. This is freaking. Quite the surprise. And would you look at that? The absolutely legendary bag has been secured, y'all. I mean, guys, Hond, I freaking love you, dude. This is the coolest thing ever. This is the nicest thing ever. Thank you so much. But yeah, we got the freaking fat stacks. Time to go over to J&J and get the rest of the fat stacks. So you already know. See you there. One sausage breakfast crunch wrap. Thank you so much. You too. So yeah, that just happened. I'm gonna be honest, guys. This time it wasn't the autopilot. It was the pilot. I drove myself to Taco Bell. And that's exactly, I just, sausage crunch wrap. Had to be done. Had to be done. Let's grab this bad boy, and then let's go get some freaking comics. Do a powerbomb, black and white, all 4 covers. Let's go. This is what it's all about, y'all. This is beautiful. Let's go beast mode. Gotta sauce it up, of course. Little fire sauce on them. Let's see what it says. You're so my type. Thank you. Cheers, y'all. Boom. Man, happy new comic book day, everyone. Let's go. And just like that, the grub has been complete, and we are at J&J Comics and Games, y'all. Let's get some more comics. Let's do this thing. Let's go. Thank you so much. How we doing? Would you look at that? The bag has been secured. We got another hefty stack. Like I said at the beginning of the vlog, this is a ridiculous week, guys. I'm talking about like I said, it really might be one of my fattest weeks ever, but we got both bags secured. Now let's go home and show y'all what we got. Let's go. And just like that, your boy has returned. We back to the crib with the absolutely astronomically ridiculously fat haul. Like I've said multiple times, this was one of the craziest new comic book days of the year, one of the craziest new comic book days ever, and especially given the little gift we got at the bottom, it made this even crazier, which honestly, we're just going to start right off with that bad boy, and then we'll jump into the poll list. But as you guys saw, the homie Hond, one of you guys that watch the channel, reached out to I Want More Comics and Games and said, yo, can I buy your Deadly Class Volume 1 hardcover for Nate? And he did. You did not have to do this, man. I seriously cannot believe it. This is one of the kindest things, one of the coolest things that anyone has ever done for me. So seriously, Han, thank you so much. This is not the first time you've shown me love like this. So you are the freaking man. Thank you, bro. So yeah, your boy is a proud owner of Deadly Class Volume 1 Deluxe hardcover. Oh my gosh. I'm so freaking hyped now. We definitely getting the rest of these deluxes. But now, as far as the pull list is concerned, guys, I didn't get any back issues today. Like, I guess there's, on top of the stack, we have the free preview for Marvel, the Marvel preview issue of Midnight. Cool. Or it's the second preview of Midnight. We got a Jean Grey on the back. Cool. Other than that, everything else was from the pull list. It's absolutely ridiculous. I got it split off. DC, Indie, Marvel, and everything like that. But, however, this was the only Marvel book I got today. No Marvel releases for your boy, which is kind of surprising. But, starting off with DC, we got Absolute Catwoman issue number 3. The first 2 issues were awesome. Very excited for this. Che Grayson, Scott Snyder, Bengal, they're killing it. And, of course, I had to get the Mahmoud Asrar variant. I got the Mahmoud Asrar for the previous Absolute covers. So you already know. Got to get the Catwoman one. We got Absolute Wonder Woman issue 23. New story arc starts here. I'm freaking hyped. We got Aries on the cover, Sherman on the art, Thompson on the writing. It's about to go down. New event for DC. We got the Batman Bad Seeds event. Bad Seeds Sunset. Week 1, Part 1, A cover. I'm excited. Poison Ivy's about to do some freaking crazy stuff, I'm assuming. So, got to tap in. We got the A cover. And, of course, I had to get the Dan Mora. There was just way too many variants. I got way too many variants in this stack here. But the Dan Mora Bad Seeds event, come on now. Of course that was coming home with me. I got the next level one-shot for Deadshot. It seems like it's going to be a Deadshot one-shot. You already know I'm down. Deadshot one-shot. Let's go. We got a new Vertigo book from Rom V and Mike Perkins and Mike Spicer, who colors all of D-Dub stuff, or at least most of it. We got Black Tower, The Raven Conspiracy. I don't know what to expect out of this. I honestly had no idea it was even coming out. I didn't even hear about it. I was looking at the solicits and everything the other day, and I saw Rom V. I saw Rom V's name, so that's why I bought it. I got D-Dub's cover alert. Let's freaking go. Absolute pigness right here. Harley Quinn, issue 65. Daniel Warren Johnson, Dark Knight Returns cover. Anniversary cover. Are you freaking kidding me? That is so freaking peak. You already know I had to cop that. We got The Flash, issue 36. This has been one of my favorite Flash runs in a long time. Honestly, my favorite Flash run since Joshua Williamson. I think Ryan North and Gavin Guthrie are freaking killing it. I got part 4 of the Kingdom of Zod event. Superman, issue 41. I'm going to be completely honest. I haven't read any of this yet. So I'm going to start it now. I got the first 4 parts. We got Zatanna issue 5. Very excited for this. The first 4 issues have been great, and I had to get the Bruno Redondo cover. Bruno Redondo is one of my favorite artists, and he doesn't do anything. So whenever he drops covers, I got to pick him up. There was a Detective Chimp one also today for Justice League, but I could only pick one just because obviously, I'm like halfway through the stack. Let's speed it up. Mind Management. I said Mind MGMT when I first picked this up. We got Mind Management, new and improved, issue 3. Fantastic series. Fall of the House of Slaughter, issue number 4. This is awesome. Slaughterverse is freaking turning up. This is one of my most anticipated books of the week, y'all. And you're going to obviously see why. We got Denver issue 1, baby. I honestly am not 100% sure what's going on. I just saw the title. I saw that it takes place in Denver. I think it's like a post-apocalyptic kind of vibes, but come on now. Denver? You already know I had to cop that. And I had to get a variant. I got the Yuko Smith variant, who honestly I'm unfamiliar with their work, but this is just peak. So Denver had to get copped. Ghost Pepper, issue 14. Guys, this cover got me freaking hyped. Ludo Lullaby writing and drawing this. This is freaking gas. I can't wait to read that issue. New number 1 out of Image Comics that I'm very, very excited for. Probably my most anticipated book of the week. We got Hammerfist number 1 by Rick Remender. We got the Rick Remender Deadly Class hardcover. And we got the Rick Remender new issue number 1. He's doing this alongside Steve Epting. So excited to check it out. And of course, I had to cop. We were seeing this all over the place when they were promoting the series. This Dan Panosian cover. Come on now. Yes, that had to come home with me. And then we got Void Rivals issue 33. We got Rom joining the Energon universe. And speaking of Rom, I got the Rom Energon universe special number 1, whatever it is. I don't know, the one shot that introduces Rom to the universe. Let's go. And then we got, we did it, y'all. We got every cover to do a Powerbomb Black and White. The A cover. Absolutely peak. We got this one. Absolutely peak. We got this one. Insanely peak. We got the freaking chimpanzee wrestlers, and then we got that Japanese wrestling cover. This is so freaking sick. These covers in general, these ones that he's doing for Dual Powerbomb Black and White, these like, yeah, Japanese, like magazine inspired ones. These are some of my favorite covers, literally freaking ever. So yes, the D-Dubs has been secured. We also got the D-Dubs for Harley Quinn. We got all types of books to read today. Honestly, I said it was my most anticipated of the week. We're tapping in to the new Rick Remender book. Rick Remender is easily becoming one of my all-time favorite writers. He is freaking goated. So let's see if this is also goated, which it probably will be if I had to guess, because Rick Remender just straight up doesn't miss. Hammerfist, let's tap in. All right, the time has come. I got a freaking crazy stack of books up in here. Hold on, let me kind of clean this up a little bit. Boom. Black Tower sticking out. That's good enough for me. We got the freaking Dan Promosian cover right here. Gonna read that bad boy, because if I have variants and an A cover, I just read the variant. It just feels right to be my reader copy. But yeah, let's freaking tap into this. I'm hyped AF, like I said. Boom, boom, scoot those bad boys over. And now we're tapping into Hammerfist issue number 1. Rick Remender, Steve Epting, and Matt Hollingsworth. Let's freaking go. I'm freaking psyched. I honestly have no idea what to expect, but it's Rick Remender, so I'm expecting greatness. Oh! All right, this is pretty sick so far. Okay, wow. Wow. Made it to the title card. What a freaking intro. This is about to be peak. Remender's doing it again. Remender's doing it again. And Steve Epting, the art. Dude, the art is freaking sick. All right, let's keep it rolling. Dang. Dude. That was freaking gas. That was freaking gas. Hammerfist, number 1. Rick Remender, Steve Epting, and Matt Hollingsworth. Rick Remender has done it again, guys. We got an A cover right here just sitting next to us. We got them both. Yeah, that was incredible. Let's freaking talk about it. Easy 5 out of 5. Easy 5 out of 5 first issue. It was high action. It was deep. It was dark. Basically, we follow this main character who he's like a killer for hire. He's a kill for hire kind of guy. He's definitely a dark and like broken individual. And Rick Remender is always writing these like broken characters and everything. And so he's doing it again here. It is freaking phenomenal. Like I was saying earlier, Steve Epting's art is awesome. Just to show you guys some interiors of this bad boy. Let me show you. I'll show you some early stuff. I mean, just look at this first page, to be honest. Guys. Freaking goated. Are you kidding me? So yeah. I don't even really know what else to say about this other than that was an incredible first issue. I will 100 trillion% be picking up the next issue and adding this series to the pull list. It was awesome. It was just, we got like there's kind of like a mystery vibe, a detective vibe going on, but it's like in a little bit of like a superhero vibe going on. Basically, he gets, spoiler warning for Hammerfist, but our main character, like I said, he's a kill for hire guy, and he gets hired for a new job, and the new job ends up being way bigger than he thought it was going to be. And these people end up looking for like this crazy weapon, which is this hammer fist thing. And I'll just leave you guys there. But it was an awesome first issue. Definitely for mature readers. So if any of you guys are watching this, like I said, kind of about Bug Wars. Same with this. Drugs, language, nudity, all that kind of stuff. So mature readers only. However, it was, like I said, an incredible start. I'm very excited. Rick Remender, man, he's climbing up my list of all-time writers. He's one of my favorites for sure. This is incredible. I can't wait for the next one. And yeah, that's all I got. 5 out of 5, maybe even 10 out of 5. Incredible stuff. Alrighty, y'all. But with that being read, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up for today's New Comic Book Day vlog. It was a freaking legendary New Comic Book Day. We got the Gift of the Deadly Class hardcover. Shout out Han for that. That is seriously so cool. And it just an absolutely ridiculously fat week. Got a lot of peak reads to read, so the next week's top 5 is going to be a little bit hard to narrow down. But I'm excited to read all these books. So with that, though, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So per usual, thank you guys so much for tuning in and showing me so much love. We just hit 40K. We're already at 41K. You guys are the best. We seriously got the best community of all freaking time. But yeah, I'm out of here. So whatever day of the week you guys are watching this on, I hope it's the best day ever. Keep on being you. Keep on chasing your dreams. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.